Wake up from the program dream. Feel the real beneath your feet. Shut out all the hollow screams. Let your own thoughts take the lead. In every pulse that shakes the ground. In every note that dares to rise. You're not lost, you've just been found. Beneath this electric sky.
Welcome to Matrix Navigate episode 15. I hope you're all doing great. I'm doing great. And if you're new to the channel, it's about navigating after waking up and about understanding what's happening to you will help you get through life successfully. This awakening is not the end, it's the beginning of taking control of you. Thanks for joining me on this learning adventure. So let's go.
Big one hit me harder. Yeah. There's this quote, and it's like, if God could take someone away that you thought you could never lose, imagine the person he could give you that you thought you'd never find.
Yeah, I might need to marinate on that for a couple of days before I say anything else.
Yeah, that's a big one. One hit me harder.
Awesome.
Okay, you guys, they are trying to trick you with the lingo. You guys know I'm a big reader of labels. Tell me if this makes sense. So right here on the ingredients, looks okay. Organic, natural flavor.
Doesn't exist.
That doesn't make sense. How is it organic, natural flavor? It's either natural flavor, organic, or not. Like, it's either real flavor or not. How is it organic, natural flavor? That doesn't make sense. They're trying to trick you guys. Stay sharp.
Okay, guys, if you're not reading your food labels, I'm here to tell you, read your food labels. Do some research, understand what organic means, understand what natural flavors are and what they consist of. It's important that you know these things because there are a lot of synthetic elements that are added to foods to enhance their flavor and make us want to eat them more. So that's important.
The Bible said this would happen, Dr. Rhea. That's why Christians are assisting the powers that be to bring forth the prophecy. Nations and wars will rise against nations.
In the Bible, Jesus says these things will happen. Now, where did he say, go make them happen? Where in the Bible does Jesus instruct Christians to sin against him and assist his enemy into power?
Well, it doesn't say that, but it says rebellion occurs and the man of lawlessness is revealed.
Yes, we know. Again, these texts are descriptive prophecy. They describe what will happen in the world. They do not command believers to assist it. Not let the devil convince you into hating thy neighbor. You betray Christ and you think he's going to reward you? Oh, you're in for a hot awakening.
Looking at that nigga. But y'all thought this shit was a game. But we do not want that smoke with y'all. Oh God, we do not want that smoke with y'all. Well, hey, whatever he said, we don't got no place in the game.
Guys, there is a serious meeting going on there.
Why are you looking here? Hey, leave it. Come on, let's continue. Why was she laughing like that?
It's the true secret that these secret societies are trying to keep is the God we worship today is the false God. And we are actually in a prison created by this false God. And that's who Jesus was. Jesus was a cosmic being sent by the monad to tell us the truth about the world. And that's why he died, because the Roman Empire could not allow people to see the truth. If I told you the truth, you would know it right away. You would wake up. Therefore, the truth tellers must be killed. Jesus was sent to remind us that even though we're in a prison, there's still the monad in you. There's a spark in you, a divine light in you that you can activate. And if you activate it, then you will return to the monad. You will see the truth for yourself.
And the important thing to remember in that is that you're going to feel yourself waking up, and you're going to see other videos about that. I hope that gives you a little bit of insight of what is going on as far as controlling this, because whatever it is that is trying to steer you in a direction, just reconsider it.
Would it be crazy if the only thing keeping Crocs in business is people's lack of knowledge as to what they're made of? And I'm not even joking, and this extends past just Crocs, but let's start with them, because this
what are they made of?
Insane, especially when you consider so many children are wearing these with bare feet all the time. So highly toxic lead and phthalates, which are such potent endocrine disruptors, fertility disruptors, it's freaking crazy, were found in rubber boots and shoe charms intended for use on Crocs and Crocs themselves. So even those cute little bumblebee you jam in the hole on the freaking Croc, even that is like completely toxic. But here's the crazy part. It says here that they did a wipe test, rather, which is just wiping it, and it produced roughly 5 times the allowable daily amount of these toxins for infants. So I thought it was just if you're bare feet in Crocs, like that's bad. Your foot's sweating, the warmth of your foot is like activating these chemicals, you're absorbing them right into the soles of your feet. But here's the crazy part. It's not just Crocs. It's not just boots. If you go to get any mainstream, I'll tell you, find an organic company, because if you go to a regular store and buy splash pants, winter gear, plastic clothes, polyester, it's not just that it's made of plastic that sucks. It also is coated in PFAS, PFOAs, forever chemicals, which act as water repellent. Now, is wearing Crocs going to completely gimp you? Perhaps not. But what about when you're wearing Crocs, drinking fluoride, eating GMOs, showering in tap water, drinking tap water, eating pesticides, putting your phone to your head, wearing AirPods, sitting next to your Wi-Fi router, brushing with fluoride toothpaste? Like, these things add up. Now, the question is this all just one leap toxic? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below and follow for more. Would it be the...
Okay, that was a lot. That was a lot. And these are the kinds of things, or this is the kind of thing that would make someone I don't want to say go over the edge, but it makes you wonder, what can we do? What can we eat? What can we wear? What can we digest? What is it that we can do that is not actively unaliving us? It's a lot to unpack. However, there are ways that you can sustain. There are companies out there, like he was saying, there are organic companies out there that you can buy their products and they're not harmful products. Now, the research is out there. You just have to find things that are going to work for you, that are going to work for your family. I'm just delivering the information so that you can make an informed decision. I'm not showing these videos so that you can crash out. That's not what that is. The truth is the truth is the truth. The truth shall set you free. Okay?
All done.
Be careful with your next move.
Control the resources and the entire planet.
There's a group called the Illuminati. Who are the Illuminati?
Make a long story short, there are 13 families that control the resources and the entire planet. And they have their ancestry goes all the way back to Sumerian times. And where they changed into the Babylonians, they became the Khazars. They entered into Europe, where they merged with the Celtic remnants or the Atlantean refugees, which became the Merovingians. And then that over the centuries broke into 13 distinct families that controlled Europe at the time and then now the entire planet.
And are there names for these families?
Yes, you know, you have the Windsors, the Rothschilds, the Romanovs, the Sinclairs. There's a very wide range of Illuminati, but even more so is the range underneath the 13, which is the Committee of 300, which are 300 families that work very closely in association with the Illuminati to accomplish the goals.
There are two ways in which people are controlled. First of all, frighten people, and secondly, demoralize them. An educated, healthy, and confident nation is harder to govern. And I think there's an element in the thinking of some people. We don't want people to be educated, healthy, and confident because they would get out of control. Top 1% of the world's population own 80% of the world's wealth. It's incredible that people put up with it, but they're poor, they're demoralized, they're frightened, and therefore they think perhaps the safest thing to do is take orders and hope for the best.
And that's where a lot of people are in their life. Many of you, even watching this video, this is where you are in your life. You feel like you have no power. You feel like, what is it that I can do? What can I do as one person? There's a lot that you can do. It's about being sovereign as an individual. Okay? And know that you're not alone. There are millions and millions of people, sovereign individuals, just like yourself. It only appears that you're alone. You're not.
So we're here looking for cream cheese. Every single one of these cream cheese is full of stabilizers and gum. Okay, I have gone to like meat stores looking for cream cheese that did not have anything in it. Okay, even the store brand, even the ones that are saying this one's real bad, this stuff in here, oh my god. Okay. The only brand that we use at my house, because I'm making another pie, okay, is the tub of milk. All right, check this out. There is no stabilizers in here. Yes, it's $1 more, but what would you rather do? Eat the stuff that has all of the gum and stabilizers, or ones that don't? This tastes so much better.
Most people with money.
Okay. Again, with the food. If you don't read your ingredients, start reading your ingredients. And there is a big difference in taste versus something with a whole bunch of stabilizers and gums and fake vitamins in it versus the things that don't have those things in it, because you're going to feel different. It's going to taste different. A lot of dairy I try to stay away from because I'm not about to make cheese and all of that stuff. I know that the animals that the dairy comes from have things inside their body, and whatever is inside their body, what we eat from them, whether it's butter, cheese, milk, goes into our body, and we're eating those same things. Okay, so that's my logic on that. And there's a ton of YouTube videos that show you how to make things and show you how to preserve things. So there's a wealth of information out there. You're not just stuck not knowing what to do. We're in the information age. You can learn how to do stuff on your own. So the information is out there.
Get away from their family. Everybody with money get away from their family.
Disown, or not even disown.
Not
but
disown.
Yeah, that's disown, but just
you have to distance and make less accessible, because your family was the first one to despise you. Your family was the first one to try to discourage you. They were the first one to talk about you and didn't believe in you. And then when you make it, they the first one got their hand that, hey, what's up, cuz? They got business ideas that they didn't have before you had the money. Now everybody needs you now. So everybody wants you to give as a family, but when they get, nobody's coming saying, hey, put this extra 1,000 with your 10 million. I just got $3,000. My rent paid. Put this extra 1,000 with your 10 million. Say, man, put this, nobody's doing that. Right. Everybody going to the one with the money, say, man, can I have? Nobody's coming to put back. So if you keep taking, everybody taking, your cousin calling, your homeboy calling, your girl calling, everybody calling. So Right now today, I'm so paranoid to answer my phone because I don't know who called today to reconnect to call back 2 days later to ask for some money.
Right.
I catch on.
Wow. Number of people in the world that cannot afford our medicines. And now I think with this announcement, we are making this dream reality.
Many of your medicines, we know from the very effective, very welcome.
What the hell is going on there?
The number of people.
I hear a lot of talk on my Sparklets route. Fresh, clean taste is what it's about. I hear folks talk about Sparklets every day. Here's what they say. Sparklets taste is good and clean. It's got a fresh, bright taste, if you know what I mean. And I like Sparklets because it just plain tastes good. Are you getting the picture? The shimmering sign says Sparklets, friends, and it means good taste. It makes good sense. Me and Sparklets water making friends.
I don't know about y'all, but I sure could use another stimulus check. Shit, this motherfucking government keep wanting to talk about aliens. Don't nobody give a fuck about no aliens. Not when rent's fucking expensive as it is, gas high in the motherfucker. Groceries just, they done acting the fuck out of crazy with the groceries. I can't even buy the good cereal or nothing no more. I love Cocoa Puffs. I had to buy some shit called chocolate balls. That shit ain't cool, man. You know how it is? Y'all ever had to wake your kids up in the morning talk about, hey, y'all want a bowl of chocolate balls? That shit ain't cool, man. You know what that do to me? I got girls too, man. Damn. Come on, Mr. Little Stanky Booty President. Can we get another little stimmy, please? We gonna spend it right this time. We're not gonna buy exotic animals and PS9s, and we're not gonna do none of that. We're not gonna buy seahorses and Komodo dragons. We didn't know you was gonna make everything expensive. We gonna spend it right this time. Thing expensive. We gonna spend it right this time. I heard.
And most feeling tapping, it's your time. The worst thing you can do right now is ignore that feeling you have been feeling lately, because that feeling is not random. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. That subtle shift, that quiet feeling that something in your life doesn't fit the same anymore. You've been trying to explain it, but you can't fully put it into words. You just know. You can't go back to who you used to be. That feeling, that's alignment. And most people walk away from it right before it changes everything. Because part of you is thinking, why does alignment feel this uncomfortable? Because alignment doesn't always feel like peace first. Sometimes it feels like outgrowing people, questioning your habits, losing interest in what once felt normal. And you probably noticed you don't react the same anymore. Things that used to excite you don't hit the same. And this is where most people make the mistake. They go back to old habits, back to old conversations, back to old environments they already outgrew, because it's familiar. But the worst possible thing you can do is choose comfort over alignment. And you've felt that too. Going back doesn't even feel good anymore. It just feels familiar. And here's the part that might surprise you. It's not just you. Thousands of people are feeling this right now at the same time because Pluto just entered Aquarius. And you might be thinking, what does that have to do with how I feel? Aquarius is about the people, the collective, breaking away from outdated systems. So when Pluto moves here, people stop tolerating what no longer aligns externally and internally. And that's exactly what you've been experiencing. You're not settling the same anymore. But here's what nobody tells you about alignment. It often feels like losing everything that no longer fits before you see what's coming next. That silence, that space, that uncertainty, that's not being lost. That's you becoming. And deep down, you already know that. So here's the question. If that feeling is alignment, why would you abandon it just to stay comfortable? Or better yet, what is your life trying to turn you into right now that your old self can't hold? Don't just think it. Scribe your gold. Tap.
I like what he had to say. There's not a lot that I can add on to that. Understand that you're not the only one going through this. You're going to feel out of place. You're going to feel like, what am I supposed to do next? But what you're supposed to do next is all up to you. And the thing about deprogramming is you're used to the solution already being there for you. You create your own solution. You're walking into brand new territory. And that is the uncertainty. Know that everything is going to be all right. And the Bible says the rain falls on the just and unjust alike. Everything is not going to be perfect. Everything is not going to be roses. And this is another thing that we have grown up with. Like everything is supposed to be super peaceful. Everything is just, the boat is never supposed to rock. The thing is, the boat is going to rock, but it's your reaction that is going to predict the outcome. Okay? So, just some stuff to think about.
Start to
What?
You know, they say at a certain point, you start to take hella deliberate action a lot faster than what you normally did. There's not a lot of procrastination, not a lot of, oh, I'm doing it if I feel like it. At a certain point in life, your subconscious begins to lead the show more than your body. And I'm about to explain it a little bit. I want y'all to understand the foundation. We are the subconscious awareness of our actions. We're not the actual body. We're not even the emotions that we feel on a daily basis. Those are just merely sensations that are coming and going, currents of energy, depending on what we're consuming, depending on what we're eating, and so forth. You feel me? Like you getting the trend? So like I've learned as I continue to grow, as I continue to meditate, sit in stillness, the action that we take is a strong reflection of our subconscious mind, right? So if I'm meditating, I'm sitting with myself and I'm telling myself like, I'm going to get this done today no matter what, and I don't get it done, that's only my subconscious living in comfort, or my subconscious living in that dopamine from the previous action that you were doing, which might have been scrolling on your phone or talking to somebody on the phone. You weren't really mentally primed to get that task done because your subconscious is telling you otherwise. You can say one thing, but your subconscious is going to interpret it and act out something completely different. So this is good information to know. Your subconscious listens to commands. You have to tell it what to do. You have to tell it how to operate. You have to tell it how to think, how to feel, how to sense. And what I mean by telling it is that when you are chilling to yourself and you have the day to yourself, you have to tell yourself like, today I'm going to be operating at a flow state. Today, my moment by moment is going to be productive. You feel me? When you start to tell yourself these things and that inner dialogue becomes a part of your subconscious awareness, then you begin to automatically act in a way where you're getting shit done. Not based on how you feel, but based on who you are. You're going to be looking around and realizing like, okay, I can watch Netflix in the background, but let me get this task completed. Let me work out in the meantime while I'm watching this show. Let me do some sit-ups out of nowhere, some push-ups out of nowhere, because your subconscious is telling your body how to maneuver, because guess what? You just primed it. You just commanded it to do whatever you needed to do. I'm going to leave y'all with this. When you are trying to optimize your flow state and get shit done, do more work on your subconscious instead of the feeling that you feel or trying to feel motivated or trying to be disciplined. When you are sitting down and visualizing yourself executing tasks, when you are sitting down in the moment, right, practicing stillness, going into nature, recharging your batteries, it's not really about force. It's about psychological strategies and to priming your subconscious to work for your behalf.
It's going to be reflected.
Okay, I like that video too. Now, think about everything that you watched growing up as a child, everything you watched prior to waking up. That was priming you as an adult and priming you in your old age. Okay? Those weren't your thoughts. There was somebody else's plan for your life. Okay? Do you get it? I partially believe that the goal of the TV shows and the music is to prime us to become a certain type of person. And if we're this certain type of person, then we will never be awake. We will always be asleep. We will always be programmable or easily manipulated by something that we choose not to be manipulated by. We didn't know we were being manipulated. We had no idea that, but now you know how to not be manipulated anymore. So I think the last two videos helped you to navigate through this process so you actually know what you're doing. Okay? It's there are people out there who overcomplicate things. It's not complicated. It's not. You take control of your own mind. You control your thoughts. Whatever was implanted in you has to be rejected so that you can be in control of you.
This right here is mind-blowing. Watch.
This is how to get anything you want. The mirror principle. The mirror principle tells us that reality is like a mirror. You have an image and you have a reflection. What happens is that you cannot change the reflection. You need to just change the image, right? I can't change the reflection. I need to change what I'm putting in front of the mirror. The image is your life. The reflection is your life. And the image is your mind. Whatever your mind thinks is what's going to be reflected into your life. Now, I cannot change my life within the reflection, right? That's like me looking at myself in the mirror and seeing that I have a stain and clean the mirror. And the stain is still there. And I clean the mirror and the stain is still there. The stain is not going to go because what I need to change is the image. I need to change the image. To change the image in life, basically in our reality, the image is our mind. I cannot change my life if I don't change my mind. My mind is what's projecting, is what's being reflected into my life. Now, how do we change the mind? Well, in order to change the mind, we need to understand how the human mind works. The human mind has 3 levels that coincide with the 3 dimensions. We have the 3D, which is our conscious mind. Then we have the 4D, that is the subconscious mind. And then we have the 5D, which is the quantum field, the field of possibilities, God, the source, however you want to call it. This is high, high, high energy. In our 3D, our conscious mind, that's everything we can see with our 5 senses, right? This is what we see as our life. What happens is that our life, like we said, is a reflection of what? Of that image. The image is in our subconscious mind. Whatever is in our subconscious mind is what's becoming our life. Here in the subconscious mind is our core beliefs are. Our core beliefs have been created since we were born. Everything we watched, everything we observed, everything we heard from our parents, teachers, friends becomes our core beliefs. Maybe we heard, oh, if you do that, you're going to get sick, or your mom and your grandma had this illness, so you're going to get it too, becomes a core belief. Our core beliefs become our life. Now, what happens is that in the 5D, in the quantum field, this is the field of possibilities. Everything exists at the same time, all at once.
What an incredible lecture.
I love that. I love that. I don't care for the song much, but I love that because think about everything you've been taught up until now, how many limitations were set. And it reminds me of the Truman Show where Truman was in school and he told his teacher that he wanted to explore the world. She said, no, everything's already been explored. That's what school was like for us. They're telling us all these lands have been explored and we have all these things about history, and it seems like there's nothing left for us to do. It's like they put a cap on the imagination so that we just go work and serve others and not do anything for ourselves. We need to have an imagination of a child. We need to have the imagination of that little boy who caught a chicken twice and sat him on the bike. That's the type of mindset that we need to have. So I hope that was inspiring. And thank you for joining me for today's video. In the comments, tell me what you learned today and tell me how you're doing overall. What we're trying to do, we're trying to build a community over here. Positive community. Please be respectful with everyone. And we're all growing together. We're getting through this life together. And that's another thing that this world has taught us, is to be an individual. But we're individuals divided. We're in our own little bubble. Okay? We need to be collectively on the same page and think collectively. And when we think collectively, that is what moves mountains. We can move mountains, guys. We can move mountains. Okay? So keep that in mind. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and hit that hype button so that other people can find this video. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you on the next one.
Wake up from the program train.